today's tip. I'm really excited to share with you some really interesting perspectives as it pertains to how you work in a home environment based upon your individual style. So many people, everybody has your style of how you work at home, how you function at home. And we all know how that style works when we're at home socially with our family. We've done that for the years that you grew up as a kid, how you fit in with your family and fit in with your environment. And as you became an adult, how you fit in of where you are on the pecking order with your family of the term, who wears the pants, what are we going to have for dinner? Who does the dishes? Who does the laundry? Even so, all those things over the course of time, you've learned to do. You've learned because of just over time, and those habits that you have at home are completely what kind of define you when you're in your home environment. And then now you're kind of forced into this new world of what is my work environment while I'm at home? I mean, how do you manage that? So real simple, I'm going to give you 4 real quick tips. Is that when we do our assessments on staff and employees around the world at Board Developer, we use an assessment tool called DISC, D-I-S-C, and it spits out a report. It's a 20-page document, and we've been doing this for years and years, done thousands and thousands of these assessments. And if you're a D, you're more of a dominant personality. If you're an I, you're what we call an influencer, more of a social personality. If you're an S, you're very stable, you're steady. And if you're a C, you're very compliant, you're an accurate type of person. And so it's interesting as you start thinking about each of those styles as you work at home and how that's going to affect your environment while you're at home. So just real quick to give you a breakdown, most people, 90+%, have 2 letters in their style. So you're not anything different if you have 2 letters in your style. You have 1 letter in your style, it's very rare. And if you have 3 letters in your style, it's also very rare. And it's impossible to have all 4. So if you're just a D, you represent 3% of the world's population. If you're just an I, it's 11%. 69% are S's, and 17% are C's. And if you were a C, you probably were adding that up and knew it was 17% before I got done explaining that it was 17%. So I'm going to tell you here quickly, if you're a D, an I, an S, and a C, how you manage yourself at home in your home environment. So first of all, if you're a D, I want you to write down this acronym before you start talking in any meeting. W-A-I-T, W-A-I-T, the word wait. And it is an acronym for why am I talking? So Ds are going to be dominant in a conversation. They're not going to listen very well when they're on social media. I'm not social media, but when they're on a conference call, they're going to be multitasking. They're going to cut people off. So if you are a D, pause. Why am I talking? Listen. If you're thinking about your inability to listen during a conference call, it's a crazy piece of advice, but try it. Rub your ears. And if you rub your ears, it will cause you to pay attention a little bit more. So it means turning your camera off for a second or doing it before you get on a conference call. But if you do that, you will pay attention a little bit more. Ds, you'll also get through things. You'll get through things very quickly, which is good. Now, if you're an I, so this is the person that is much more the influencer. Everybody wants to have a good time, very social. Every single morning when you get up, if you're an I, number 1, make a list of things you want to accomplish that day. 4 things, 3 things, 6 things, doesn't matter. Handwritten down on a piece of paper. These are the things that I'm going to accomplish beginning till end today, and put a little checkbox and literally check them off when you complete them per day. If you do that and you are predominantly an I, or what we call an influencer, you'll have the ability to complete those tasks, and you'll feel much more accomplished at the end of the day. If you are an S, my advice to you is establish your week Monday through Friday at work, and what is going to be your routine that entire week. I'm going to start working right at 8 a.m. I'm going to have lunch at 11:30. I'm going to lay out for 10 minutes every day from 1 until 1:10. Whatever that is, I would chronologically write down the times, exactly when you're going to do them, and what you're going to do that entire week. Now, as I say that, if you're a D or an I, you're like, oh my gosh, I live by a list. But if you are 69% of the population and have a blended style with S being your highest letter in your style, you will like having that list available to you because you'll understand it's now time to do X. It's now time to go take a shower. I take a shower at 11:15 every day, or whatever time that is. It is part of your work process. Now here's the tough one, and it's the last one, which is the C. C's, and if you're predominantly a C, this is typically CPAs, attorneys, whatever the case may be. Number one, as soon as you sit down to work, you need to make sure you've got a glass of water with you or something there with you to snack on, because C's don't get out of their chair. They're going to sit in their desk and they're going to work for 4 hours straight and not move, not even move once out of the chair, even if they have to go to the bathroom. They're going to hold it in and say, "Oh, it'll be okay. I just want to get this done." And the 4-hour mark comes along, and they have to get up because they're so stiff. They haven't had anything to drink yet. They haven't gone to the bathroom. So as a C, it's incredibly important that you force yourself to have something to drink next to you and or eat, so you can take those little breaks. And then what I'm going to recommend for a C is that every hour you actually have a timer that goes off. And that timer that goes off means you are required to get up out of your seat and leave whatever that environment is. If your office is in your bedroom, then leave the bedroom. If your office is in an office or in a bedroom or not your master bedroom, then leave that physical environment completely. Go get something to drink, go get something to eat, go for a walk, and time yourself. If you don't time yourself, you're going to say, "Okay, that was good, I'm done," and it's only been 2 minutes. You should definitely do it for much longer than 2 minutes to be able to do that. So there's my advice for this week's tip. Using the DISC profile that we use to be able to manage that. Any more questions, obviously reach out to me. Really enjoy talking to you guys every single Monday. Sorry I missed last Monday. We'll see you next Monday for my weekly tip. Have a great week, and hope you all are well. Take care. Bye.